Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 2556 of What You Up To Now, documenting the journey as I transitioned and came from the brick and mortar corporate world of businesses to the online world of business. And today we're talking about mental health, part of the life framework that I teach and share. I have for the last, this is probably our third year with the 9-part life framework. Prior to that, I always used and consulted and taught on a 7-part life framework that I actually learned and used for decades from Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn back in the 80s, the 1980s. I know. Guess what? But when you find a model or a framework that works for you, use it over and over again. I still use tools, problem solving, making decision tools, and things that I learned in high school as well as college and throughout my corporate and my professional career because they're time tested. I've used them literally hundreds or thousands of times on different situations. And so I know that they work and get me better results than if I'm not using a framework, if I'm just trying to wing it all the time. So today we're talking about mental health and well-being and how that impacts us as individuals to make us better human beings, better people, and how it helps us either in our career or our business or our profession, right? If we have mental health and mental well-being, I haven't even talked about this, but it reduces stress. If I am mentally healthy and strong, if I know I can figure things out no matter what, and that comes from my thoughts and beliefs, right? Then it makes me more resilient. It makes me more emotionally intelligent. It makes me more productive and creative. It helps me to get more done than I would if I'm sitting and worrying and feeling sorry for myself or having these negative thought trains that just sideline us and freeze us in place and help us to procrastinate and pretend that by just thinking about something a whole lot, we're getting anything done. It gives us a false sense of security, and we're not secure at all. It also fosters compassion and kindness. If I feel good about myself, and that's we'll tie to confidence tomorrow, but today we're talking about our mental health and well-being, which includes our thoughts, our beliefs, how we think the world works, right? How we think we work, our identity. It's all tied into our thinking first, our mind first. Our mind creates everything, and then it shows up in our lives and in the world. But everything is created in our imagination and in our mind and in our thoughts first before it ever manifests or shows up in reality as a physical thing or an experience in our lives. So we talked about that both for Supersize Your Business and the impact that mental health and well-being has on our organizations, especially if we're running our own business. For Supersize Your Business, everybody's running their own business and wants it to grow and supersize. And that involves considering a lot of factors and things that a lot of other businesses in your same industry or that you're competing against don't consider. And by considering and making plans for it and incorporating ways to improve those things in your business, it gives you a distinct competitive advantage. So you can just pick any one of these and say, all right, we're going to focus on emotional area and aspects of the life framework, and we're going to make that our competitive advantage. But guess what? If you do a little bit in all the areas, you get exponential competitive advantage. There's a lot of things we can do in business that people don't think about or actually they just don't know about it because they're busy. I was in this position for a lot of years, busy running the day-to-day in their life, in their business, and they don't have any time to step back and say, okay, well, how could this be easier? How could this be better? I learned a long time ago that every day I would ask myself questions about how can everything we do be easier, faster, cost less, be more efficient and more effective. And by asking myself those questions, every day we would find small little things to improve, and that made life a whole lot easier. I guess that's all I've got today. If I can help you with anything, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, it's the beginning of a new week, so it's super duper busy. And I lost a couple of weeks not feeling good. And I didn't lose them. I just wasn't as productive as I normally am. And so I'm working on hitting the ground running and catching up on things that I don't have foundationally set up yet because I didn't feel good enough to do them. For example, the Be a Better You Annual Challenge Facebook group page and group. I think I've got 7 videos on the page finally, but that's it. And we're on day 27. So I'm at least 20 days behind. All right, if I can help you, ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.